everyone, I'm Gloria S, Crump, the Queen of Real Estate with the Coastal Leaders Realty Group. Thank you for joining this week's Tea Crumpets. I'm here with Chad Anderson of Canopy Mortgage, but more so known as Mortgage Dad Chad.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so obviously you're a father.
I am.
Are you just a father of mortgages?
I guess both.
Yes.
Yeah, my kids, the kids and mortgages beat up my hairline pretty bad. So, yeah,
it looks pretty good though.
I appreciate
it's still
it.
there.
Yeah,
so
it's hanging on for dear life. Yeah. No, we got 3 monsters at home, but they're cool. 3 boys, my poor wife, but
she is outnumbered.
She is.
Do y'all have a dog?
We have 2 girl dogs.
See, there you go.
That's what I always tell her. It's like, we got 2 females.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she's not completely outnumbered.
She hates that argument though.
Oh, yeah. I know. Well, I can imagine. So, so how long have you been in the mortgage business?
So 15 years in mortgages now. So seen a lot. Started in a call center.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, just like you see on TV or the movies, like in a cubicle, phone ringing all day, people screaming in the background.
Trying to drown everybody else.
Yes, yeah. So that's where I started. And then moved into more what's called retail, working with real estate agents and helping homeowners.
A little bit more quiet background.
Yes. Yeah,
gotcha.
A little bit more my speed.
And now you've been with Canopy Mortgage, you said, for a couple of years. Is that correct?
I left the corporate world 2.5 years ago and kind of did my own thing on a platform and then joined Canopy recently. Just their platform's fantastic with the tech and the products and so forth.
Well, good deal. And so on the types of loan you offered, we talked a little briefly before we started rolling, and so obviously you were talking about, you do the normal loans, which is the conventional, the FHA and the VA.
Right.
And so, but y'all also do some out-of-the-box loans as well.
Yeah, I mean, 90-95% of the loans are conventional VA FHA. So I always tell people with those, it's more the experience you get, the communication, the service, those kinds of things. Everybody sells groceries, but there are certain stores you want to go to versus others.
It's kind of like my slogan. It's like, I treat my clients like royalty.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, we have 2,600 agents in our market.
Correct.
So it's all about the person, not only expertise, but how you are. Your service to them is really what makes them come back and make people stand out. So that's good to know.
Yeah, so you don't get the same for sure.
Yeah.
And then the other products, this is one we try to tell people, like, look, there are so many things out there. We can help down to a 500 credit score.
That's great.
Which is insane.
Yes.
And like legit 500 credit score. We can help people who are self-employed who get told no. We can help people buying investment properties. We talked about the DSCR.
Yes.
Like, there are so many options out there that I try to just encourage people, just text me or call me and ask.
Well,
and we can go over it.
And one thing about the FHA you were talking about with the 500 credit score, a lot of mortgage companies, they'll say the minimum they'll do is like 600 or 575. And really that's their business model, because FHA will allow it. And we were talking about how with the economy, a lot of people are kind of getting back up on their feet and, might have missed a payment or slow. And that's awesome that y'all are able to help those people get back into home ownership.
Yeah.
American dream.
Exactly. And
so
the problem is that America's in more credit card debt than it's ever been in. 1.2 trillion.
That's crazy.
It's insane, right?
Yeah.
So,
revolving debt.
Yes. So people need these options to bail themselves out.
Correct.
And so that's where, FHA or VA, like, go down to lower credit scores.
Higher debt to income ratio.
Yeah, higher DTI, whatever.
And plus then people are able to build equity in their home.
Right.
And then if they need to sell it, they have equity and they can actually get out of slump. So I think it's wonderful that y'all's company actually does allow credit scores under the 600 mark, and that y'all are able to work with those people. So I think that's great. And then obviously we're in a beach market. We sell lots of condos, and so y'all do have a pre-approved list.
Yeah. So we can go through that, make sure everything's on the up and up, and it's not going to drag out or be a problem later. Non-warrantable condos.
So if the list does not include a condo, we don't have to fret. Y'all actually do have non-warrantable loans as well.
Yes, so we can look at those also, because obviously that's a big deal in the beach markets.
It is. I mean, there's a lot of things that can make a property non-warrantable, which means it's a bad thing. I mean, if there's a check-in desk, non-warrantable.
Right.
So lots of Phoenix buildings, like the Caribs and Beach Club, sometimes falls into that non-warrantable.
Yeah, gift shops, tiki bars, things like that. A lot of times it will make it a little difficult, but we can
fun
still do
stuff.
it. Exactly. Yeah.
Makes it a little more risky in the eyes of Fannie Mae.
According to some people.
According to some people.
Yeah.
I mean, so. And one thing that I loved about was we started talking about turnaround times on loans. You have a portal and an app that can help speed up the process. And if you'll tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's one thing I love from the tech standpoint is you could literally apply right now and then fill it out while I'm kind of tidying things up, dotting I's, crossing T's. You have a portal you can upload your documents to. Once you upload those, I can go straight to underwriting. So you could literally go from application to underwriting all within an hour.
That's amazing.
And then come out of underwriting the next day.
And then that person knows exactly what they can buy.
Yeah. And you can do it without being under contract. So you can do it before you know which house. So if you're worried about what you qualify for, how much, all that good stuff.
I love when technology works in our favor.
I know, right?
That's awesome. And I love the fact that like your underwriting time can be within a day or two.
Yeah.
So that's great. Now, and when people do upload the documents, like let's say we are under contract and you submit in and we get the conditions back, does your underwriter actually look, because I had a situation where one would just go in, they see an issue, a condition, and then they just get right out. And the next thing you know, they submit that document, oh, we got another condition.
Right.
Does your underwriter go through and go, here are the list of conditions?
Yeah, the underwriters, this is what I love. I have their cell phone numbers.
Yes.
They have mine. And so they'll call me and they'll say, hey, there were 7 things missing for clear to close.
Gotcha.
5 of them were there. 1 of them I have a question about. 1 of them you or your processor accidentally left out. Do you have it?
Yeah.
And they'll stay in the file.
That's
and then
great.
we can just upload it and say, oh yeah, sorry, it's right here. You know, or I thought I uploaded it, I didn't hear, it's right here.
Gotcha.
Or they'll work through it. Hey, can you explain this to me?
That's wonderful.
They'll do it while they're in the file, not that what we call ping pong back and forth over and over and over.
Yeah, and people that aren't really involved in real estate or loans, they don't really understand how important this part of the process is. I mean, this is a make or break situation because it can have to extend out closings, and if you have a contract on a property and let's just say that person has a backup offer, and it could even be better. And if we have the underwriter and the processing, like you said, called the ping pong, and it delays it, you might lose the deal.
The seller could be rooting for you not to close.
Well, and I've been on both sides of the coin in that situation, and it is very nerve-wracking.
It is. Timing and efficiency.
Yes, for sure. And communication is key. So, and now you do real estate consulting too.
Yeah. So I've been in real estate. My family's been in real estate. My dad, my grandparents, 80 years now.
Oh, wow.
And so anything from home building to real estate to developing to Airbnbs.
Financing.
Yeah, financing. I'm the first on the dark side of the mortgage.
Yeah, that's too funny.
So I actually wrote a book. We can send you a free copy. But it kind of breaks down, the do's and don'ts, things I did well, things I did bad.
That's when you learn the most.
Exactly. How to beat the tax man, how to save some on your taxes, some write-offs, some business do's and don'ts, setting up LLCs, all that stuff.
That's
so
awesome.
We've got it.
And what's the name of it?
Financial literacy.
Financial literacy. Well, good. We'll have to have. I need a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
We'll do that. That's awesome. And then you also have written a couple other books too.
I have. Yeah, I wrote one just on sales in general.
Okay.
I'm such a direct person, so we try to just make it like a matter-of-fact direct sales approach.
That. Yeah.
And then the real estate consulting, and then also just did a new website, new book. It's called zerodownmortgageman.com.
Okay.
And so that basically is a home buyer guide to people who are looking for 0 down payment loans because they don't know what's out there.
They don't.
And so it's a book that kind of goes through each possibility and where you may fit into and gives you some ideas.
Yeah, a lot of mortgage lenders probably don't promote that because they know that's a lot more work on their end. So it's good to know you're always up for a challenge.
I mean, it's just paperwork, it's just paper. So we'd love to help any and everyone. And that's a customer that you hope you have multiple times down the road, build a relationship.
Yeah, because once they start building equity in their home, they could always even maybe pull out some equity, purchase an investment property, and things of that nature. So you have a client for life in that sense. That's awesome. Right. Well, you'll have to give us a copy, and maybe people can reach out to you. We'll have your contact information, and maybe you can send out some copies to some people.
Absolutely, love to. Anybody that wants one.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, and thank you for watching. And I hope y'all learned something. And thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you.